with a phenomenal guest today. 2-time Grammy nominated, multi-platinum producer, responsible for tracks such as Air Force Ones by Nelly, as well as many other who made his name known in the early to mid 2000s in STL music scene. Tarboy Williams live in the living room with us today. Man,
how you doing, my dude?
Man, listen, I appreciate you, bro. It's been a long time coming.
I told you I was coming through.
You did tell me
I told you I was coming through, dog.
Look,
I told you.
when we talked about it last week, I was actually just going live. I was super excited. I went live. I was talking about it, and I knew that I would get this interview one day, but I didn't expect it to be this fast. And I really appreciate you coming.
I'm getting in early.
He said early.
Everybody else can worry about it later. I'm touching down with the movers and shakers of the city early. I'm not finna wait and all this. Like, I'm with you now. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate what you're doing, what you got going on,
Hey,
man.
I appreciate it, bro. And like I said again, I appreciate you coming through. Just such a legendary person from the city. Like, you've done so many phenomenal things. And I know some jewels is going to be dropped today, so I'm really, really happy to get into this. Tarboy Williams, y'all. First off, I want to ask you. I gotta know the name. I heard the name when I was in Indianapolis. I wasn't even in St. Louis. I was living in Indianapolis at the time, and I kept on hearing about this dude, Tarboy. And I was like, who the fuck calls themselves Tarboy?
Well,
why? Where did it come from?
It's when I lived down in Atlanta. Like, I went to a sound recording school. You know what I'm saying? Down in Atlanta. And the name came from like a joke from, I'm not going to say who, because the person's no longer here, but it came from somebody that we all know, and they used to be like, that's the little Tarboy dude from St. Louis. It was another black person, so it was a female, and it just stuck with me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was down there in Atlanta when it came out like that.
Okay. Yeah, when I first heard
and that was years, that was back in my younger years, you know what I'm saying? Like that was like not the the mid late 90s around there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And you was down in Atlanta at them times?
Yeah, no, like what it was I went down to Atlanta to the Art Institute of Atlanta like in, I think it was like 98, 99.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I was around in Atlanta during those times. That's where, you know what I'm saying, the name came about. And that's where I learned like a lot of what I know about the music business. That's not where I got a lot of the roots of my music production talent from, but that's where I learned a lot about the business from.
Okay, all right, cool. So, and when I first heard that name, I was always thinking, man, this dude is he like super black, like, you know, with a name like Tarboy?
Ink spot.
And then when I started seeing you on Facebook, and then I actually met you, I was like, well, he ain't really as dark as I thought he was. But I always thought, all those years ago, like, man, is this nigga super black?
This nigga got to be dark as a motherfucker.
Right, that's what I used to think.